Ever feel like you don't have time for anything? You need to complete a task, but every time you sit down to do it, there's never enough time. Hi, I'm Wendy, and today I'm sharing 3 steps on how to use the whole week to your full advantage and still have time for self care. Coming from a high school student balancing school, math Olympiads, and content creation, this has been so useful for me. First of all, write down all the things you want to do. Whether it's going for a walk in the park, watching a movie, baking cookies, or reading a good book. Then make a list of everything you need to get done, like cleaning your room, taking out the trash, going to school, finishing assignments, or completing your homework. And if you watch my previous videos about setting goals you actually stick to, this is where these goals come in. You want to take these goals, break them down into smaller, manageable steps, and implement these into your weekly schedule. Once you've made both lists, the next step is to turn them into a schedule. And the idea is pretty simple. First, you complete the things you need to do, then you reward yourself with something you want to do. Prioritize the difficult and important tasks and do it first. And once you've completed a difficult task, you can reward yourself by watching a movie or doing something you wish to do. That's how it works. So, the more you wish to do something, the faster you'll complete the task beforehand because you've promised yourself a satisfying reward. Another thing I like to do is create 2 different versions of my daily tasks. For example, if I wake up on Monday feeling energized and motivated, I'll follow my high energy task list. But if I wake up on Friday feeling drained and tired, I'll follow my low energy task list instead. That way, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm still making progress and getting things done. So, if you have the energy, maybe do a full workout. But if you don't, even doing a quick stretching session is still a win. Thirdly, I like to dedicate one day to one type of task. For example, if I'm writing scripts today, I'll focus on finishing all my scripts, whether it's long form videos or short form video and so on. That does not mean you can only do one thing all day. It just means that you can give all your focus to one main task. This helps you stay focused on one thing instead of constantly switching between different tasks throughout the day. When you jump from one type of work to another, your brain has to completely reset and adjust its focus. But by sticking to one category of work at a time, it becomes easier to stay productive and get more done. Then I combine these 2 systems together to plan out my week. I use a 15-minute planner and I fill it in with all my tasks, mixing my daily tasks with the specific tasks for each day of the week. For the high energy and low energy system, I usually plan my schedule around my high energy tasks. But if I'm feeling tired or low on energy, I simply just swap out those tasks for low energy versions instead. I don't usually write both lists down, I just keep them in mind. This is how it should look like after it's done. And if you're wondering why I'm using 15-minute planners, it's because a lot of people use 1-hour planners, but I found out that they can actually make you feel less productive. Because if you didn't finish that task within that 1-hour block, you feel like the whole hour has gone to a waste. That's why I prefer planning my day in 15-minute sections instead. Because even if I didn't finish something, I can easily move it to another free slot. Mentally, it feels like I only lost 15 minutes rather than a whole hour, which makes it easier to stay flexible and keep going. Although this will make you very productive, don't forget to spend some time with yourself too. Practice self-love, gratitude, and take a few moments just for you. Meditate for 5 minutes, sit alone in silence, journal your thoughts, let everything out, and take the time to truly get to know yourself better. And that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what other topics you'd like me to talk about. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can keep growing into the best versions of ourselves together. Bye!